Hello, this is Washoe County School District K through 2 grade distance learning plan, the third packet with the first week. When you open the packet, it's going to be a little bit different than before. You are going to be working on a plan of what you're going to be doing every day, the materials you're going to need, and questions to ask your teacher. This is only if you need guidance for the week. We still have an optimistic opener. If you and your parent want to talk about this or fill it out, you would do one every day. Okay? Or you could change to see which one you wanted to do first. All right. Here you notice that the reading log is on this first page along with the options of books. The options are still the same. You can read books at your house. You can go on the Libby Washoe County Washoe County Library app. You can read books on Clever or benchmark materials that your teacher has given you. All of this is the same. The reading log is going to be on this page though. And you read for 20 minutes each day. For writing, you are also going to be reading another article. The article is called The Lost Toy Hotel Adventure. Now, in this writing, as you read, you're going to be reflecting and taking a character, and you're going to be telling your story as the toy in first person, and you're going to be answering like, where did you go? What adventures did you have, and how did you feel when you got home? Okay, so as you read this, you need to be thinking about this kind of information, okay? You need to keep this article for next week because you're going to be using it to write. So the instructions, I kind of clustered these two together. You're going to be reading the article on page 35 through 37. You're going to read it again, and this time you are going to annotate the story like you've been doing in the previous weeks, okay? So they didn't give an annotation box, so I just kind of wrote down what you need to be doing when you annotate. So as you read the article the second time on page 35 through 37, you're going to be annotating. So a star might be something that's interesting. The 1, 2, 3 circles are the 3 facts. So you're going to go through and circle 1 fact, 2 facts, 3 facts. A happy face with something fun and exciting. Maybe you might want to circle a word that you know and underline words that you don't know. Okay, so that's when you go through the second time, you're going to annotate that way. One of the days you can answer the questions about the article, which is provided at the end of the article. And then one day you're going to tell somebody what the article is about and name your 3 facts. The next day, you're going to fill out the story map, and I'll show you what that looks like on page 38. And then the last thing, you're going to write and draw and label your ideas. Okay, so on the story map. So when we go to page 35, here is what the article looks like, okay? And you're going to as a parent, you're going to be reading this and reading this page, and then the second time your child is going to, as you're reading it, your child's going to be going through and annotating it the way that I showed you on the page before. These are the questions that are provided for you at the end of the article on one of the days. And then the story map looks like this. So you're going to be filling this out. You're going to fill out the title and the author, where the setting, where the story took place, who the characters were, and what happened in the beginning, middle, and end of the story. You can write words or draw pictures in these parts here. Okay? If you draw pictures, they want you to label them. So if we go back to this page, that's what you're going to be doing on there. Okay? So that's where you annotate. Okay? Let's go to the literacy. The literacy is going to be broken up into days 1 and 3 and 4 and 5. For kindergarten, you're going to be reading Mem the Hen story and practicing the phonics practice sheets on for week 7 on between pages 39 and 42. Okay, a decodable reader is provided for you and your child, and a decodable story focuses on one or more phonics skills. So you're going to follow the instructions on the right-hand side of the story. So let's go to page 39, and this is what you're going to be doing for this week. Okay. This is going to be the decodable text. Okay, there's this page, and then I wrote some arrows here, and then there's going to be this page. Okay, you can see that they're pretty decodable, easy to read stories or story. And then, so you're going to be reading it on one day, 1 through 3, and then you're going to be filling out these or following these directions. Okay, when you get to day 3 and beyond, you're going to reread it. And you're going to tell somebody about the words that you know, okay? And same thing, and then you're going to fill this out here too, okay? Now the phonics pages that it spoke of on page 4 and 5, or days 4 and 5, they're like the short E sound, and then some high frequency word work, okay? So that's going to be for the literacy foundation skills. Okay, so day 1 and 3, you read the story and then you fill out the information on the right hand side. And then 4 and 5, you reread the story and you complete the phonics worksheets. Okay. So math, same thing, tic-tac or math-tac-toe. This time they made the board on one page, which was really cool. So everything is kept on one page. And same thing. So there's games that you can work on. Measuring problems of the week, what doesn't belong. So your goal is to get a tic-tac-toe 4 in a row, this way, diagonal, anyway. But if you're going to be doing blackout, you're going to do all of them, okay? So let's take a look at the games. So when you're doing the game portion of math-tac-toe, we have salute, cover the number, and I spy 3D-dimensional shapes. These all have YouTube links that I'm going to link below. If you're doing blackout, you're going to need to play one more game. Okay, you could play a game again or think of another game that we played before. Okay, this one is for 1st and 2nd grade. For the measure it activity, you're going to be taking a piece of string or something that is like the base, even like this packet can be the base measurement. You're going to find things that are shorter and longer than this target unit, this measurement. Okay, so like for example, this pen is shorter. Okay, you're going to find 5 things that are like that around the room. Okay, and you're going to record what you found on one of the Show What You Know pages. Okay, so if you're playing blackout, you're going to do that 3 more times. So find another target unit. Maybe it might be a pen, and find things that are shorter or longer than this pen. Okay, you're going to keep doing that for 3 more times until you can cross out all the ones for blackout. If you're just doing one, just stick to one right here. Okay, this all is for the other grade levels. And then we have problems of the week. Okay, that's one of the portions on math-tac-toe. We have our problems here. These come from our Bridges Mathematics 2nd edition workbooks. So here are 3 of them that you would need to solve and record on your Show What You Know pages. If you're going to do blackout, you need to figure out 1 more to do. Okay. And then which one doesn't belong? We did this last week. This is going to be on page 63 and 64. So you're going to look at the set of 4 pictures and decide which ones do not belong with the other 3. Okay, there's A, B, C, and D again. So you're going to have to figure out ways that they don't belong. Okay, so let's take a look real quick at what that looks like on page 63. Okay, so this is going to be what you're looking at. And you notice that, again, they're all the same. They all equal 10. I'm sorry, they do not all equal 10. But so you have to figure out why they don't belong and what's different about them and such. Okay, there are 4 of them, and you could do 1 on every day, or 1 on for every part of the math-tac-toe, or just do all for 1 one block of the math tacto. It's up to, it doesn't matter what you do there. Okay. And that is for the upper grades. And so that's the show what you know part. Again, looks like this. So if I were to do the measuring one, we don't need to worry about these because there's that master one that's on the front there. So if I did the measure and I did a packet, okay, remember you could just quick sketch all this. So you're finding things that are longer and shorter than that. So maybe you might have found a pen that is shorter. Maybe you might have found a blanket that is longer. Okay, you need to find 3 more things. Maybe you found a paper clip that is shorter. Maybe you found a crayon that is shorter than your packet. And let's do one more thing. Maybe you found a cup that is shorter. Okay, or it doesn't matter if it, remember, it doesn't matter if it's longer or shorter, as long as this is the target. You find one thing that you base everything else off of. Okay, so that's what something like that will look like. Okay, and then you have your other pages to do your other things on. All right. Okay, and then of course as you're going, you're crossing off your stuff on your math tacto. Sorry. Okay. All right. Let's go to science really quick. You are going to be looking at, or you're going to be wondering what life would be like without plants here. And you're going to go through your household and draw and try to stretch out words that things are made from plants. Okay, like a wooden door is made from a tree, and a tree is a plant. And then you're going to go through and find out things that are not made from plants, like your refrigerator. Okay, you're going to be writing some examples on this page. You're going to be talking about what life would be like without these things. Okay, so that's going to be on that. For science, that's for 1st and 2nd grade. And for social studies this week, you're going to imagine a brand new world that nobody's been on and you discovered it all by yourself. You're going to draw a map of it that is going to be right here, and you're going to be including land formations like mountains, deserts, plains, rivers, lakes, and oceans. And you're going to make a part of that map your capital city. Okay, so this is going to be all your creative design, and no one else has ever seen it, so you can make it however you want. You're just going to draw it right here. Make sure that it has a couple of these land formations, and you're going to label them. In addition to that, you're going to share it with somebody in your home and answer the following questions to them. Okay. We have brain breaks. We talked about these a few weeks ago. These are just breaks that allow your brain to reset and get focused again. And we have our music activity, which is at the very end of the packet like normal. And it's going to be another kind of tic-tac-toe scenario. Tic-tac-toe scenario. And it just gives you examples. On week 7, you're going to complete one experiment, or experiment number 1, okay? These. Okay, and choose one additional activity listed below. Okay? And I think that's it for this week. And if you have any questions, please ask your teacher. And have a great week.